Hi everyone, welcome to NLTI's official YouTube channel for the 3-year LLB programs across India. I'm Anish Gupta, the founder of National Law Training Institute and currently in my final year at the National Law School, Bangalore. So as we all know, CUET की notification आ चुकी है and the exam is scheduled for somewhere around 20th to 25th March. That leaves us with around 6 to 7 weeks, a little more than that for your preparation. तो ये वीडियो बहुत ही important होने वाला है क्योंकि इसमें हम discuss करेंगे a very important topic and that is the top CUET LLB mistakes that people are making. तो ये mistakes ऐसी mistakes है जो कि बहुत common है, but you keep on making them without realizing that it is killing your chance of getting a good rank in the CUET PG LLB and getting into one of the prestigious colleges for the 3-year LLB program, that is the Delhi University. तो इस वीडियो में हम डिस्कस करेंगे ऐसी मिस्टेक्स जो कि सीक्रेटली एंड साइलेंटली आपका रैंक आपसे छीन रही है and how do you address those top mistakes that almost every aspirant is making in the last 40 to 50 days of their preparation. So stay tuned. This video is going to be very helpful and of utility to you, but only if you stay till the end and watch the fixes for all these problems. Now, for all those who are just starting out their preparation and do not exactly know what the paper is about, so CUET PG LLB is commonly known as COQP 11 for all official purposes. When you're filling the CUET form, this is the exam that you have to select to appear for the CUET PG LLB exam. This exam has 75 questions. एक question 4 mark का होता है, so that means there are 300 marks in total, plus 4 for correct answers, 0 for unattempted questions, and there's a negative marking of 25%, that is a -1 for each wrong question. You will get 90 minutes. पहले ये time 105 मिनट होता था, but अब time reduce कर दिया गया है, and now you have around 90 minutes to solve the 75 questions, a little more than 1 minute per question. Going on into the elephant in the room or discussing the elephant in the room, and that is the top mistakes that every aspirant of CUET PG LLB is making. So mistake number 1 and very important is overlooking your basic preparatory material. CUET PG is an exam that almost everyone can appear for. No matter if you have done your graduation or your undergraduate degree in science, in commerce or in humanities. This is a stream neutral exam and almost everyone can give it. So now students from all backgrounds are eligible to appear for the exam, and this is very important. It involves the standardized level of reading, arithmetic and logic. बहुत ही standard type of questions are asked in the paper. If you check out our previous YouTube video, you will see the most important or the most repeated questions that are asked in the CUET PG LLB exam. So there is a standard set of questions, and ये standard set of questions require a basic understanding of 3 things: your English, that is reading; your arithmetic, that is your maths; and your logical reasoning. That can be seen as a part of quantitative techniques or maths, and also as standalone questions for like blood relations, syllogisms, etc. Now, to understand or to develop your expertise in the standardized level, what you have to do is you have to utilize NCERT material. So NCERT material, if you have done till class 10th, if you were from a CBSE school, you have gone through your NCERT material, and great if you have done NCERT for 11th and 12th also. So NCERT material will form your backbone of the entire preparation for CUET PG LLB, because this will help you prepare or develop a standard level of everything. NCERT will help you have a level of proficiency in the English language. It will get you some proficiency in GK, in maths, and also some sort of logical reasoning. अभी तक आपने NCERT material brush up नहीं किया है, you have forgotten everything that you have learned about NCERT. It is highly suggested that you look up. Several institutes, including NLTI, have put up videos on this, how to develop a standard level of reading comprehension, reading speed, and a standard proficiency in maths. तो ये बहुत important है that you have some sort of preparation, a basic preparatory material ready for your CUET PG preparation. Now, mistake number 2 and very important again, poor time management. तो पहले 105 मिनट होते थे आपके पास to complete the paper, but now you only have 90 minutes. The time duration has been cut down to 90 minutes. So almost a 15-minute time reduction. You get a little more than 1 minute per question. So 75 questions in 90 minutes you have to do. So that means you have a little more than 1 minute per question. Any more time taken and you will be unable to attend the whole paper. You will have to skip a few questions intentionally or unintentionally क्योंकि आपका paper ही complete नहीं होगा. And this will cost you your rank, this will cost you your mark, and this will cost you your dream of studying at one of the most prestigious colleges for 3-year LLB. Now, you have to develop good time management. You need to know how to properly balance your time, which section to attempt first, which section to devote more time on, and which section you need to do quickly. And the fix for this poor time management is to develop a good time management. And for this, know the mantra, know the ideal rule, and that is solve smaller questions. And by small questions, I mean one-liner questions that come in the GK section of the paper and the computer section of the paper instantly. These are the questions of which you either know the answer or you don't know the answer. You don't have to read any passage or you don't have to solve or do any complex calculations. या तो आपको जीके का क्वेश्चन का आंसर पता होगा, सेम फॉर कंप्यूटर, या नहीं पता होगा. These are the questions that you will solve instantly, less than even maybe 20 seconds per question. क्वेश्चन पढ़ा, आंसर ऑप्शन देखे, क्लिक किया आपको तो मार्क कर दो, अगर नहीं क्लिक किया तो leave it unattempted. So these are the questions that you have to solve instantly, and the time that you save from these questions, you need to divert this remaining time into solving more complex and lengthy questions from reasoning. Maths में percentages, ratio proportion, averages, these are the three most important topics that you have to focus on, and sometimes the questions are on the lengthy side. Sometimes the question will require you to perform complex calculations. So the time that you save from QT, from GK and computers is what you have to divert to the complex sections of either English and quantitative techniques, that is math. So कभी-कभी बहुत lengthy questions with complex calculations come in the math section. So ensure that you save some time from the computer and GK section and put some extra time in the questions requiring an additional effort. Now, mistake number 3, skipping mocks and PYQs. This is absolutely non-negotiable. You have to solve PYQs, you have to solve mocks, because if you don't solve mocks or go through PYQs, then you will not be able to hone important skills like time management, accuracy, and you will not have a familiarity and intuition for the exam. You will go to the exam, sit in front of the computer screen, and you will be completely blank. You will not have any strategy that you need to follow to attempt the questions. You will not have anything in mind. You will not have any expectation of how the paper is going to be and what your strategy will look like. So you will be completely blank, and it will 100% cost you your score and your rank. So what you have to do to build a familiarity with the paper and know what to expect in the paper, you have to attempt at least 10 full length mocks before the exam, and attempting a mock is not enough. You have to keep a mock tracker to review subsequent performances. Simply giving mocks without analyzing them is as good as not giving a mock. So it is very important कि आप कम से कम 10 mock दो, और अगर आपको पता नहीं है कि mock कहां से मिलेगा, you are free to join NLTI. We have a comprehensive mock test series for CUET PG जिसमें हम आपको sectionals देंगे for each such section that is asked in the paper, and you will also get 25 full length mocks. तो कम से कम 10 mocks attempt करो. We have a little more than 6 to 7 weeks. तो अगर आप हफ्ते के 2 mock भी attempt करते हो, you will have done around 12 to 13 mocks by the time the paper happens. So make it a point that you solve at least 10 mocks before the paper, and also analyze all your mocks and keep a tracker. So this is how a tracker could look like. Mock number 2 for example, your score out of 300, and what was your accuracy or your takeaway from the paper. Sometime you might lack in English, sometime you might lack in computers, sometime you might lack in GK or maths. So it is very important that you keep a track of all your mistakes so that you don't repeat the same mistakes over and over again, because if you're repeating the same mistakes over and over again, that means you're not learning anything from the mock, and your attempt of a mock is as good as nothing. So important point from this slide is mocks are very important because they help you build a familiarity with the paper. और अगर आपने mock नहीं दिया है तो you will be blank when you sit in front of a computer screen for the actual paper. और इसका fix simple है, कम से कम 10 mock दो. अगर पता नहीं है mock कहां से मिलेगा तो NLTI की mock test series join कर लो, and keep a mock tracker, track your progress, keep a note of your mistakes to ensure you are not repeating the same mistakes again. Mistake number 4, ignoring weak areas. If you keep on ignoring your weak areas might be maths, or your weak areas might be English or GK. So if you ignore weak areas, it will prevent you from scoring marks in the actual exam. जो आप mistake अभी mock में कर रहे हो, वही same mistake आप actual paper में भी करोगे, and repetition of marks lost in same areas of exam. तो same गलती बार बार repeat होती रहेगी अगर आप अपने weak areas पर काम नहीं करोगे. अगर आपको mock देने के बाद पता चल रहा है कि percentages और ratio proportion और average basically maths में आपको दिक्कत है, और आप फिर भी उस दिक्कत को solve नहीं कर रहे हो, अपने practice नहीं कर रहे हो questions, और अपनी theory को revise नहीं कर रहे हो, तो what is bound to happen is that you will get same question in the paper, in the actual paper, and you will end up making the same mistake. So it is very important that you do not ignore your weak areas and you actively work on your weak areas. And how is this done? By maintaining an error log to check mock performance and using data from this log to target and strengthen areas. So similar to the mock tracker that I talked about in the previous slide, अगर आपको दिख रहा है कि आपकी हर mock में similar गलती हो रही है, कि आपको international organizations के बारे में दिक्कत हो रही है in GK, या आपको sports news में दिक्कत हो रही है, तो you have to maintain an error log in which you will write your mock number and the error that you made in the mock. After you are done with the mock, sit down, analyze your error log, and then work on the errors that you made in that particular mock over the next few days. So let's say अगर आज मैंने mock दिया and I've realized that percentages में मुझे questions नहीं solve हो रहे हैं. So over the next few days, what I will do is I will first cover up my basics. I will cover up all the foundations that constitute ratio, proportion, percentages, and then I will solve at least 50 questions. This way, I have resolved my error and I've also turned my weak area into my strength. अगले mock में कोई भी percentages या ratio proportion का question आएगा, I will be more than confident, I will be 100% sure that I will get it right because I've covered my basics and I've also put my understanding of theory into test by solving a lot of practice questions. So it is very important that you do not ignore your weak areas, rather keep an error log, work on your errors and strengthen your weak areas. Turn your weak areas into your strength. Next mistake is not caring about your health. Now we are receiving a lot of messages from students कि भैया 40 दिन बचे हैं, 50 दिन बचे हैं. What do we do? Should we start pulling in all-nighters? And the answer is a complete no. अभी तक अगर आपने तैयारी नहीं किया, that does not mean that you start putting in 15 hours every day for this paper. No, that is absolutely not required. Even if you are able to devote around 3 to 4 hours per day for your CUET PG preparation, that is more than enough for the next 30 to 40 days. It is very important that you care about your health, because if you ignore your health, it will leave you physically and mentally overwhelmed, and it will feed you into a negative feedback loop. You will keep on thinking and you will keep on overthinking ki I am not good enough for this exam, and to be good enough I have to keep on putting more hours of preparation. And if you keep on putting more hours of preparation, it will only result in one thing, and that is burnout. You will feel burned out 5 days before the exam and the paper will become a mess. So what you have to do is you have to maintain a consistent study rest schedule. Even if you are following a proper study routine, you would know that 2 घंटे की अगर आपने preparation session लगाया है, then the next 30 to 40 minutes should go into rest. Do whatever you enjoy, be it reading, be it walking, be it listening to music, or pursuing any hobby. So it's very important that you are well rested and that you do not keep on working several hours a day just for your preparation. It is very important to care about your health and do not neglect it. And you need to limit your screen time only to necessary operations. If you are preparing for CUET PG LLB or for any other career exam like NLSAT, CNLU, NLEO, it is very important that you limit your screen time. अगर आप 10 घंटे, if you are preparing for let's say 7 hours every day for your 3 LLB exams, it is very important that you limit your screen time to only those 7 hours in which you are studying. वरना ऐसा होगा कि 7 घंटे आप इस काम के लिए पढ़ रहे हो जिसके लिए आपको screen time चाहिए, and the next 3 hours you are watching Instagram reels, and it is only resulting in one thing, that is a poor health, poor mental health, poor physical health, and a constant state of tiredness and burnt out. So limit your screen time, take care of your health, follow a proper rest schedule, prepare a study routine so that you do not feel burnt out. Ensure that you are looking after yourself, because otherwise paper से 5 दिन पहले आप बीमार हो जाओगे and your entire preparation and your entire effort will go waste. So quick overview. So the 5 mistakes that we discussed were very important. Hope you have taken note of everything. Even if you were missing any of those mistakes, I am very hopeful and I'm very optimistic that after watching this video, you will not end up making the same mistakes over and over again. So to give you a quick recap of what we have done, these are the 5 mistakes that we have covered. Firstly, ignoring basic material. Why will it hurt? Because it will result in your poor fundamentals, weak fundamentals for the exam. What is the fix for this? Review NCERT material. Go through your old NCERT books, revise your English concepts, revise your GK, revise history, geography, revise some maths from NCERT, because it will help you brush up your fundamentals. Second mistake, poor time management. Time nahi manage kar pa rahe ho, you are not able to keep up with the questions, and this is resulting in unanswered or guessed questions. You are rushing at the end of your mock test where you have to solve 20 questions in less than 5 minutes. So this is all resulting in unanswered or guessed questions in which you are blindly marking. The fix for this is use section-wise timers, devote more time to complex questions like maths and English, and devote less time or minimal time to one-liners of computer basics and GK. Next mistakes, and very important, is skipping mocks. People are skipping mocks. They think mocks are not necessary, and this is resulting in unfamiliarity with the exam. You are going to the exam center and you absolutely have no clue what to do or what to expect from the paper, and it's a complete blank state that you are in. So to fix this problem or to fix this mistake, it's very important that you at least give 1 mock every week. Around 6 to 7 weeks are left. If you can, please try to give at least 2 mocks a week so that you have given around 12 to 13 or 15 mocks before your exam. It's very important. अगर आप clueless हो कि mock कहाँ से दे, join NLTI, because we have a very affordable and reasonable mock test series at par with CUET paper. Fourth mistakes, overlooking weaknesses. जो आपकी weakness है उस पे आप काम नहीं कर रहे हो. Every mock, every sectional you are getting the same things wrong again. Percentages, averages, ratio proportion. For example, अगर आपको maths में दिक्कत आ रही है, you are still not working on your problems, and this is resulting in low sectional scores. You are scoring great in general knowledge, in English or computer basics, but because your weakness lies in maths and you are still ignoring maths, it is resulting in a low sectional score. Even if you score exceptional in other 3 sections, if you score very poor in one of the sections, it will bring down your rank and it will hurt your chances of getting into a good college. And to fix this, you need a focused improvement routine. And what does that mean? That means that you follow up on the mistakes that you're making. You are maintaining an error log. You are properly and constantly revising your error log so that you are learning from your mistakes and ensuring जो आज गलती की है वो अगले मॉक में नहीं करोगे. Lastly and very important, for getting health, you are putting in lots of hours daily, but you are neglecting your mental and physical health, which is resulting reduced performance. आपको burnout हो रहा है, you're feeling overwhelmed, you are in a constant state of tiredness, you don't feel like doing anything because you have done so much in the last few days that now you have almost given up. This will result in a reduced performance, and worst case, 5 दिन पहले पेपर से आप बीमार हो जाओगे and you will not be able to give your best in the paper for which you have worked so hard. So it is very important that you follow a healthy routine and take ample rest in between, not getting burnt out, not getting overwhelmed, following a proper sleep schedule, following a proper rest schedule, and properly pacing out your study session. So that's it from this session. The conclusion is very clear from this session that you have to avoid these mistakes so that you can optimally increase your chances of entering one of the great colleges or one of the best colleges for 3-year LLB, that is the Delhi University. Recognizing mistakes is one step of the way, but rectifying your mistakes is more important. आपको पता है कि आप गलती कर रहे हो, but if you're not working on your mistakes or you're not working on addressing those mistakes, that is worse. So you have to focus on first identifying your mistake, that this is the mistake I'm continuously making, and the next step is to rectify your mistake. Work on your error log, work on your health, work on your weak areas, and I am sure that you will see drastic improvement in the next subsequent sectionals or mocks that you appear for. So thank you so much everyone for watching this video. We hope you found this useful. We will keep coming up with more such videos in the near future, and we are there to help you out throughout your preparation journey for CUET PG LLB. Thank you so much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you here again.